You might want to hear. This is by Nelson Mandela. This is a quote. I am quoting his poem, as it is something really quite beautiful to read this. And he says this, I think, in a speech somewhere. So, this is what it is. Our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our deepest fear is that we are powerful beyond all measure. It is our light, not our darkness, that most frightens us. We ask ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, gorgeous, talented, or fabulous? Actually, who are you not to be? You're a child of God. Your playing small doesn't serve the world. There's nothing enlightened about shrinking so that other people won't feel insecure around you. We're all meant to shine, as children do. We were born to make manifest the glory of God that is within us. It's not just in some of us, it's in everyone. And as we let our own light shine, we unconsciously give other people permission to do the same. As we are liberated from our own fear, our presence automatically liberates others. Nelson Mandela. This is a really interesting thing I got from an ex-girlfriend who told me there was someone who kind of liked me. And I was endeared by the fact that she was trying to hook me up with someone else. However, I wouldn't go on a blind date really unless I was sort of certain that the person who'd created something for me was aware that it had been perhaps a little bit strange to do such a thing, and freaked me out because the content of such a big amount of material obviously is produced out of goodwill, really, and you'll know. I'll tell you what it's about. In the introduction, it tells us that planet Earth is unique, and it has a lot of water, oxygen. It's a scientific fact. It has magnetic and physical density, and that it is powerful, this planet, that it has a better density and magnetic nature, so far as human beings are allowed to survive here. In recent years there's arisen a new form of literature which purports to give answers to life in the form of channeled messages. All of these channel writings have had their relevance, and many, in fact, are of great importance to humankind. Basically means that all religions, all people concerned in religions, and philosophers and theosophists, maybe psychologists and random layman type people, have developed ideas and theories, have developed thinkings and belief patterns, but all somehow relate to channeling messages of kind of goodwill to the prosperity of our race and culture. Accept that none of these questions really relate to a basic want and need to know who we are, as it says here. Why are we here, and are we alone? What relationship does Earth and its multitude of life forms have to themselves and to the universe as a whole? The answers to many of these questions have been available since humankind appeared on the planet, but over the centuries they have become hidden by personal interests and clouded by repetition and dogma, as stated. Because people are worried that something unique could be said that would affect a lot of people around them, and that some people would be upset by it, this causes human beings to create repetition of things that have been said due to the fact that people can cleverly manipulate language and use different words which have the same meanings in the same context. And then here it says that chapter 1, the recent past. The world is at an end. Armageddon is upon us. I think not. And then actually it's a sort of jokey title, a jokey introduction to the first chapter, as basically all other formats of some sort or other. The bias of the newspapers from the left-wing Sun newspaper and Daily Mail all seem to strive on misery and tragedy to keep the masses interested in being motivated to life. If we didn't have so much drivel being written in the Sun of a sort that was tragic, I feel that the neurons in their brains would probably not be firing as much, which is unfair, but perhaps true. Anyway, best not to be this way inclined. I have every reason to believe that a lot more fun things could be written in certain newspapers. This is my belief. I think there's too much sport in it, yet somehow the way that newspaper is produced is nothing of my concern. My concern is simply to be alive, and simply to live, and simply to allow those that want to make profit to do so, as in some way or other, quite frankly, they can carry on their little games, their little schemes, and then one day we will all be engulfed by our own iniquity, is that the right word? Our own unnecessary hampering of life. Manipulation by the necessary necessity of doing such a thing, as we were brought to this earth, and we have to lay our hands on it, and we have to do things, and each time we're in trouble. But there we go, that is what we have to do. We have no choice. And then we'll continue on another film.